All right, welcome everybody to Saturday morning slow flow. We're going to start on our back. Take us a little longer to get settled today. That's all right.
Sorry. So are they going to have a white horse at your wedding?
What you
We are not that community, by the way. Oh, okay. Hang on.
So wherever you are, right? You get settled. You start to bring that focus to your breath. You're still working on it here. More people are going to come in, right? It's okay. Just let your focus come to your breath. Your breath take over, letting it push all these other distractions to the background. So we can be here, fully focused on our mat, our practice. Present. Our practice. I want you to feel like you've got that full focus on your breath. Then you're going to add that element of control to your breath. In through your nose and out through your nose. Let your breaths become longer, slower, deeper. So as you inhale, you're pulling the breath all the way down to your belly. And as you exhale, you're pushing it all the way out. To move with one breath, one movement. When you're ready to start moving here, we're going to do it first. You're going to bend into your knees, put your feet on the ground, right? Your hands are at your sides, palms face down. We're just going to do a little bridge flow here. So you're going to press into all four corners of your feet. As you inhale, lift your hips up off the mat, right? This is our first real movement today, so don't go super high, right? As you exhale, just let them gently float back down, right? Think about that more than anything else, letting them float down so you don't just slam your hips to the ground. And we're going to do a little flow there, so we're going to do it 3 or 4 more times. As we inhale, lift the hips, exhale, set them back down. Inhale, lift, exhale, float down. Let's just do it twice more. Lift your hips up to the sky, let them float back down. Lift them up to the sky. Float back down. All right, now, as you let your hips float back down here, right? Now, you're going to take your knees, or take your right foot, put it on top of your right ankle, on top of your left knee, let your right knee fall out to the side, all right? So we're in this little figure 4. And you're going to pick your left foot up, draw that left leg in towards you, interlace your hands around your left thigh. So it's like you're in that eye of the needle. Now, we're not going to stay here for a long time, right? We're not going as deep. Again, as we did this as a stretch at the end of class, you go a lot deeper than you do right now. Right now, we're just trying to open up the hips a little bit. So on your next exhale, release that left leg, let your left foot float back down. Switch it out, take your right foot, put it to the ground. Take your left ankle, put it on top of your right knee. Now you're going to pick your right foot up, draw it in towards you, interlace your hands behind that right thigh, and just a little pull in your left hip. Just take a breath or 2 right here. And then let that left foot, or right foot, sorry, float back down. Bring the left foot to join it. Now from here, you're going to take both legs up to the sky, right? And then bend into your knees. Reach your hands up. So you're going to come into a happy baby here, right? And it doesn't matter, again, if you grab your foot or your ankle or your shin or your knee, right? What we're going to do here, once you've got a hold of both legs, right? Take your right leg and just kick it straight, like you're trying to kick back behind you. And then bend back into your right knee. Now kick your left leg straight, so that left toes are coming back behind your head. Right? And just do this as a flow. As you exhale, you're going to bend to the left knee. As you inhale, you're going to kick the right foot up. As you exhale, bend into the right knee. Inhale, the left foot up. So do it kind of like a cat-cow flow, right? You're moving with your breath. You're finding the rhythm of your breath and matching your movements to it. Couple more right here. And then next time you finish up on the left, now take your knees, hug them into your chest. Take your hands to the crease of your knees. You're going to rock yourself up. We're going to end up in tabletop, right? So you can rock up, you need to roll to the side, come around into tabletop. That's hands and knees pose. So you're going to come, you've got your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Now, instead of cat-cow here, we're going to do a little wag the tail flow, right? So you're going to bump both hips over to the right. As your hips bump to the right, take your gaze over your left shoulder. So look over there towards the left side of the room. Now, you're going to pull your hips back to center. As you inhale, as you exhale, bump your hips to the left and look to the right. Inhale, bring it all back to center. Exhale, bump your hips right and look left. And just keep flowing here, right? Inhale, everything to center. You exhale, bump your hips one way, look the other. Just do it a couple more times each way. Eventually, next time you bump your hips to the left, come back to center, right? And now we're going to go ahead and go up into our down dog. So you're going to tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back into that first down dog of the morning. So your fingers are spread wide like starfish. Pointer finger at the front of the mat, letting your head drop between your shoulder blades, pushing your belly towards your upper thighs. You can add some movement here if you want to. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. Dog, maybe sway the hips, maybe just stay still. Just take the time to check in with your body, notice what's going on. Make sure you're listening to your body as we go through the rest of practice. All right, from here you're going to bend your knees, look between your thumbs, bring your feet forward with your hands to become here into forward fold. Now from our forward fold, we're going to inhale, take a half lift to monkey, pull your shoulders even with your hips. So now your back is flat, the crown of your head is towards me. As you exhale, fold back down, line to thighs. This time, as we inhale, take a big reverse swan dive. Now we're going to come all the way up to standing here. All right? Now, as you exhale, you're going to take a twist to the right. So you're going to take your right hand back behind you, take your left hand in front of you. And then from there, just drop your right hand to your right thigh, reach that left hand up and over, right? So you're looking over your right shoulder, your chest is spiraling to the right here. Now from our spiral, it's a little different here. What we're going to do, we're going to cartwheel all the way back down to forward fold. So we're going to go up and down a lot today in our sun salutation, right? Once you're down in your forward fold again, belly to thighs, crown the head towards the floor, take another reverse swan dive, come back up. Take your left hand, reach it back behind you, take your right hand, reach it forward. So you're twisting to the left, drop your left hand to your left thigh, reach that right hand over your left shoulder. And then from there, cartwheel it around and then back and forward fold. Now we're going to take one more swan dive up. This time as you come all the way up to standing, you're going to exhale, drop your arms into cactus arms, bend your elbows, open your chest, and then push your hips forward. Take your chest and your gaze up to the sky. Inhale, come up tall, take your arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive it all the way back down, forward fold. This time you're going to plant your hands, step or float back to plank. Plank. Your shoulders are over your wrists, your hips are just below your shoulders. If you want to do this part from your knees, you can. Just make sure that your back stays flat, right? One straight line from your shoulders to your knees if you drop down to your knees. Now, we're going to lower through our yogi push-up, our chaturanga. So you bend your elbows, let them hug to your ribs. They point straight back behind you. On this first one, we're all coming down all the way to the mat, right? Flatten your feet, hands are right by your chest, elbows pointed straight behind you. Inhale, lift up into your baby cobra, right? Just lifting your chest slightly. You want to feel all the work in your low back. You could lift your hands off the mat if you wanted to. You don't have to, but you could, right? You're not putting any weight into your hands. Now, if when we do these flows, when we do these back bends, you want to make it a little deeper in this back bend, then you're going to press your palms all the way into the mat. Straighten your arms. Pull your chest up and through. Come all the way to up dog, right? You don't have to go to up dog. You can stick with the baby cobra, whatever feels better to your body. Wherever you are here, now you're going to flip your feet, lift your hips up and back, and we're back in down dog. All right, so let's go through that another couple times. Now that you've seen it once, we're going to move a little faster. We're going to move with our breath. So bend your knees, open your thumbs, bring your feet forward, your hands come to forward fold. Belly to thighs, crown of the head towards the mat. Inhale, half lift to monkey. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, we twist to the right. And then drop it into that spiral, right hand to the right thigh, left hand up and over. Curl it back down to forward fold. Swan dive it all the way up. Sweep your left hand back, bring your right hand forward. Drop your left hand to your left thigh, reach that right hand up and over. Spiraling left, then curling down, back to forward fold. One more swan dive all the way up, right? This time we just drop the hands into cactus arms. Open the chest as you inhale, exhale into your back bend. Inhale, come up tall, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive it back down, forward fold. Plant your hands, step or float back to plank. And then from your plank, be on your knees or on your toes as we exhale. We're gonna lower through that chaturanga, bend your elbows, hug up to your ribs. Inhale to baby cobra or all the way to up dog. Exhale, shift, down dog. All right, let's do that one more time through. So we're gonna bend the knees, look between the thumbs. Bring the feet forward to the hands, come to forward fold. Inhale, half lift monkey. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Exhale, take that open arm twist to the right. Drop into your spiral. Swan dive it all the way back down. Not swan dive cartwheel, but you all get the idea, right? Swan dive it up here. And let's take that open arm twist the other way to the left hand back, right hand forward. Drop into your spiral, curl it down to forward fold. Swan dive it all the way up. Cactus arms, open the chest, sink to your back bend. Inhale, up tall. Exhale, swan dive back down to forward fold. Plant your hands, step or float back to plank. From your knees or from your toes, lower through your chaturanga. Inhale to baby cobra or all the way to up dog. And then exhale, shift. Down dog. All right, now from down dog, right, we're going to drop down into tabletop, right? This is a little different today, right? So we're here in tabletop. Shoulders are over the wrists, hips are over the knees. We're going to take just one cat-cow here, right? So as you inhale, lift your chin up to the sky, tuck your tailbone under, cow. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round your back, cat. Bring it back to your neutral tabletop. Now as you come back to neutral tabletop, we're going to go into spinal balance. You're going to take your right leg back behind you, right? Hip level, toes, knee, hip, all towards the ground. Left arm reaches forward. Left palm towards the right wall, left thumb up to the sky. Right? Don't bend into your right elbow. Push away from that with that right hand. You're going to take one spinal crunch here. Bend into your left elbow, bend into your right knee. Touch them together on your chest. Tuck your chin to your chest. Watch them touch. Then open back up. Now as you open back up here, drop your left hand down to the mat. Bend into your right knee. So you're bringing your right heel towards your right glute. Curl that right knee into your chest. All right, then from there, step it through between your hands. So you're coming into a kneeling runner's lunge. Right, you take more than one step. It's okay, right? Get that right knee over the right ankle. Probably you need to tuck your left toes under and move that left knee back a little bit, right? Because we want to end up in a place where the left knee is back behind the left hip. There's something here just so you guys can see. All right? Now we're going to go from here into a half pyramid. You're just going to push that right leg all the way straight. Let your right toes hold up off the mat. Push your left hip towards your left heel, but not all the way, right? Drape your body right over that right leg. Steering your right knee. Square your hips. Throw that right hip forward. Push that left hip back so you really feel it here through the right hamstring. All right, now bend into your right knee. You're going to come back into a kneeling runner's lunge. All right, here's where we get a little bit tricky. Now you're going to tuck your left toes under, come up off your left knee. Right, you're going to step forward with your left foot. Your right foot's going to stay where it is. It's going to stay bent. You're going to step yourself into chair at the top of your mat. So bring your left foot to meet your right. Keep both knees bent. Peel the upper body up. Right, I'm going to face forward here. All right, now we're going to come up from our chair. Look down. Make sure you can see your toes. Wiggle your toes. Right, your hips are far enough back that your knees aren't covering your toes. As we rise up, you're going to straighten out your legs. Your hands are going to drop down and push back behind you. Your heels are going to lift. So we're here. Now, drop your heels, take your hands up to the sky. From here, all the weight goes into your right foot. I want you to come off your left heel as you put a little bend in your left knee. Now, turn your left knee out to the left. So your left foot is facing the right ankle, but not touching it. So you can look like this. My toes are on the ground. Maybe you lift that leg up. If you want to balance, you can. You don't have to. Right? You're in a floating tree. If you want to keep your toes on the ground, keep your toes on the ground. But that left knee is pointed towards the left side of the room. Now we're going to take that left foot, step it all the way back, land into a warrior one, right? So you're bending into your right knee. You're going to drop your left heel, so your left toes are pointed towards the left side of the room. Square your hips towards the front of the room. Right, now from here, bring your palms together. Pull them to heart center. We're going to twist to the right. So you're going to bring your left elbow towards your right knee. Twist open towards the right side of the room. Thumbs line up, but through heart center, right? You don't want them up by your right shoulder. You want your chest to be open to the right. Maybe your left elbow hooks over the right knee. Maybe it's just on top of your right knee. Maybe it's to the inside of your right knee. Now, as you untwist here, you're going to push your right leg straight. Right? Take your hands up to the sky, square your hips towards the left side of the room, and then drop your arms out long. So your right toe should still be pointed forward. We're just going to come into triangle, right? So what you're doing here, pretend like somebody grabbed a hold of your right wrist, and you're being pulled towards the front of the room, towards the top of your mat. Right? Reach as far as you can with those right fingertips. When you can't reach them any further, just drop them down on the inside of your right leg. Take that left hand, stack your left shoulder right on top of the right. Let the crown of your head go towards the top of your mat, towards the mirror if you're here in the studio. Okay, so now we're in triangle. Everything's open towards the right side. Towards the left side of your mat, left side of the room. Right now we're just going to flow here. Let your chest turn back towards the mat, bend into your right knee. Drop your hands to either side of your right foot. Let those left toes turn forward. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Take your flow. Exhale through your chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, up dog. Exhale, shift. Down dog. All right, now from down dog again, we're going to drop down to tabletop. All right, so drop your knees, come to your tabletop. I'm just looking around so I can face the camera. You guys stay at the top of your mat, all right? Take one cat-cow. We inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to our neutral spine. Now this time we send our left leg long behind us. Right, take your right hand, reach it in front, right palm towards the left wall, right thumb up to the sky, pushing away from that with that left hand. Engage your core. We're going to take the crunch here. This time we bend the right elbow and the left knee, touch them together under your chest. Tuck your chin to your chest, watch them touch. Open back up. So now you're back in full spinal balance. Let your left hand come to the mat, or sorry, right hand. Right hand come to the mat. Bend into your left knee, bring your left heel towards your left glute, and then curl that left knee under your chest. Like your chin, like you're trying to bring your left knee to your forehead, right? If you could actually do that, this would be a lot easier. But wherever you are, you're going to take that left foot, put it right between your hands. So now we're in this kneeling lunge here. All right, so maybe you need to move your right knee back, right? You want your right knee back behind your right hip, left knee right over the left ankle. We're going to come to that half pyramid. So straighten out your left leg, let your left toes flip up off the mat. Drape your body over that left leg. Square your hips, push that right hip back, draw the left hip forward. Feel that stretch in your left hamstring. Right now, bend back into your left knee. Look up, come towards the top of your back. Now, you're going to tuck your right toes under, come up off your right knee. Now we're going to step into chair again. So your left foot is going to step, or your right foot is going to step to meet your left. And feel your upper body up into chair. Okay? So we're in chair at the top of your mat, just like we were before. Now we do the same thing, right? Once we're in the chair, you're going to rise up, push your hands back behind you, lift your heels. And then drop your heels, sweep your hands up to the sky. Right? From there, you're going to take all the weight into your left foot, Come up off your left knee, or off your right heel. I don't even know what I'm saying. All right, so we're stabilizing on the left foot. You're on the tippy toes on the right foot. Turn that right knee to the right. So again, your sole of your right foot is facing your left ankle, but not touching. You can lift that right knee up if you want and balance, or you can keep your toes on the ground. You decide. Right? And then from there, right, turn that right knee back towards the front. You're just going to step all the way back, land in warrior one. Square your hips towards the top of the mat. Reach your hands up to the sky. Bring your palms together. Pull them to heart center. We're going to twist to the left. Bring your right elbow towards your left knee. Prayer twist lunge. Hands at heart center. Right? Keep that deep bend in your left knee. That's going to help you get into the twist. Now as we untwist here, we're going to straighten out the left leg. Your arms are going to go long. Your hips face the right wall. Right? Now pretend somebody grabbed hold of your left wrist. They're pulling you towards the front of the room. As far to the front as you can. And then when you can't get any further, just let that left hand come down on the inside of your left leg. Take your right shoulder, stack it on top of the left. Right? Square your hips, push that right hip back, draw that left hip forward. So everything is square, everything is facing the right wall. All right, let's flow here. Bend into your left knee, drop your hands on either side of your left foot, turn your right toes forward, step your left foot back to meet your right. Go through your flow here. Exhale through your chaturanga. Inhale to baby cobra or all the way to up dog. And then exhale, shift. Down dog. All right, so we're going to do all that again. We're going to go through the parts we've already been through a little bit faster. Right? And then we've got some stuff to add on. So I want you to drop down to your knees here. Come to tabletop. Take a cat-cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral tabletop. And then bring yourself into spinal balance. Right leg back, left hand forward. Take that spinal crunch, bend your left elbow, bend your right knee, touch them together under your chest. Bring it back to spinal balance. Drop your left hand to the mat. Bend into your right knee, curl it under your chest, and then put that right foot right between your hands into your kneeling runner's lunge. Kneeling runner's lunge. Shift it back into half pyramid, straighten your right leg, let your right toes flip up off the mat, straighten them up along the decks. Come back up and back into your right knee. Right? Tuck the left toes under. Now we're going to step forward into chair. Right? So bring your left foot to meet the right. Peel yourself up into your chair. From your chair, straighten the legs, lift the heels, push your hands back. Drop your heels, take your hands up to the sky. Right now, all the weights in the right foot, come up off that left heel, turn the left knee out to the side. Be here, be here. And then you're going to take that left knee, bring it back forward, step all the way back, come into your warrior one. In warrior one, square your hips. Bring your palms together, pull them to heart center. Twist to the right. Right? So you're coming into your prayer twist. Lunge to the right. And then we're going to untwist, straighten the right leg, take your arms out long. So your legs, both legs are straight, but your right toes are pointed forward, left toes are pointed to the left. Start to reach with your right fingertips. Drop it into your triangle. All right, now this time from our triangle, we're going to come up into five-pointed star, right? So you're going to come all the way up, reach your hands up to the sky, turn your right toes towards the left edge of your mat. So the problem that we have here now is that I'm facing the camera. Everybody in the studio is facing away from me, but they're all really good at yoga. So they're going to be able to do this without even seeing me, right? Okay, so your hands are up to the sky. Now what I want you to do here, bring your hands together. Pull them to heart center. We're going to do a really, really slow skandasana to the back of the mat. So I'm going to count to 5. You're going to take to 5 just to get your left elbow to your left knee, right? So start to bend into your left knee, bring your left elbow towards it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push your hips towards the right side of the room. So if you're here in the studio towards me, really push those hips back, right? And try to knock me out with your booty. Right? Now, no, just stay on your left leg, stay on your left leg. Just push your hips back towards me. Stay bend into your left knee. There you go. All right, now we're going to come up. Again, slow. Right, push into your left foot, come up slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your hands back up to the sky. Right, so we're back into five-pointed star. All right, now here, you're going to take your right foot, step it next to your left. So you're going to end up in a standing mountain facing the left wall at the back of your mat. Did y'all do it? Oh, look, they all did it. See, I told you they were good at yoga. Okay, so here, you're going to take, all the weight now goes into your left foot. You're going to come up off your right heel. So remember, we did this on the left side. Now we're doing it on the right. So lift your right heel, turn your right knee out to the right. All right, now what you're going to do here, you're going to take a big step forward with your right foot to the top of your mat. Bend into your right knee as you land. Take your arms long, and you're going to land in warrior two. Did you make it? Maybe. Okay. Pull your torso over your hips. Right? I tend to lean forward when I take that big step and I land. It's different, right? We're used to stepping back. We're not used to stepping forward. But you've got that right knee going towards the pinky toe side of your foot. Your arms are long. You're looking right over the middle finger there on your right hand. All right. Now from here, you're just going to push that right leg all the way straight. Take your hands up to the sky. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and pull back into sky archer. As your right toes are still pointing towards the top of your mat, you're just opening up that right side body. All right, release your hands, bend into your right knee, drop down to your runner's lunge, turn your left toes towards the front of the room, step your right foot back to meet your left, and keep your flow here. Exhale through your chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, up dog. Exhale, shift, down dog. All right, so we just got one more side to do. You guys are going to drop down to tabletop. Take your cat-cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral tabletop. This time, we send the left leg back. We send the right hand forward. All right, and then you're going to take your spinal crunch, bend your right elbow, bend your left knee, touch them together underneath your chest. Open back up to spinal balance. Drop your right hand, bend into your left knee, curl it into your chest, and then you're going to step it through, land in your kneeling runner's lunge. Right, so to move that right knee back, and you're going to come to that half pyramid. Right, I'm just going to do it facing you here. Straighten out your left leg, let your left toes flip up off the mat, push that right hip back towards the right heel. Square your hips, see how I'm tilted to the right? I'm going to draw that right hip back, push that left hip forward. Now from here, bend back into your left knee, come to kneeling runner's lunge, look up. You're going to tuck your right heel under, come up off your right knee. Step your right foot forward to meet your left and peel up into chair. Boom. Right now, as we came to chair here, now we're going to rise up. You're going to straighten your legs, push your hands back, lift your heels. Now drop your heels, take your hands up to the sky. Step a little bit here so you guys can see. All right, so now we're stabilizing on the left foot. Lift your right heel up off the mat. Turn that right knee out to the right. Lift it up, or you can keep the toes on the ground. Bring that right knee back towards the front of the room. Step it back. Come to your warrior one. Square your hips towards the front of the room. Bring your palms together. Pull them to heart center. Twist to the left, right elbow towards the left knee. Right now, as we untwist here, right, we untwist, we push the left leg straight, arms come out to a T. So to reach those left fingertips towards the front of your room. When you can't get any closer with that left hand to the front of the room, drop that left hand down inside your left leg, take your right hand up to the sky. So we're here in triangle on the left side. Right now, from triangle, we pull it up to five-pointed star, right? We take both hands up to the sky, pivot those left toes towards the right long edge of your mat, stagger in five-pointed star, facing the right side of the room. It's better now because you guys can all see me, but this time you know what you're doing, right? We're going to take that slow skandasana to the back of the room. So bring your palms together, pull your hands to heart center, and then you're going to start to bend into your right knee. Bring your right knee and your right elbow together, really slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lean forward, push your hips back. Right, so your chest is almost parallel to the ground. Right. Glutes are going back behind you. Now we're going to come up really slow, right? We push into that right foot. We come up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your hands back up to the sky. You're back to five-pointed star. Now from here, you're going to step your left foot to meet your right. So you're going to end up in an extended mountain facing sideways at the back of your mat. There we go. All right. Now, your weight goes into your right foot. Yeah, you'll step the wrong way. All right, so you're going to put all your weight into your left foot. turn that, or sorry, I said that backwards. Weight in the right foot, lift your left heel. Right, so your left knee is going towards the top of your mat right now. Maybe you're here, maybe your toes are on the ground. You're gonna step all the way forward with your left foot to the top of your mat and land in warrior two. So we step with the left foot, make the arms that long. Adjust it, like torso, over my hips, over the middle finger on your left hand. Just deep bend in the left knee, sending it towards the pinky toe side of the foot. Once we're deep into our warrior two, we just straighten the left leg all the way. Take the hands up to the sky, grab onto your left wrist with your right hand, pull to the back of the room, creating all that space in the left side body. Release your hands here, bend back into your left knee. Drop your hands down on either side of your left foot, turn your right toes forward, step your left foot back, meet your right, take your last flow here. Exhale through your chaturanga, inhale to cobra up dog, exhale shift, down dog. All right, now from down dog, bring your feet forward, your hands one more time. Come to forward fold. All right, this time we're going to toe with those feet out wide to the edges of the mat. Turn your heels in and your toes out. Bend into your knees, drop your hips, come down into your Vinyasa squat. All right, so Vinyasa looks like this. Maybe you're right here. If you're here in the studio and you have a block, if you have a block at home, maybe you want to sit on a block. That makes it easier. Maybe if you don't have a block or it's not comfortable to you, with or without one, then you drop all the way down, come to bounding, soles of the feet together. Wherever you end up, all good. Close your eyes though. Just take a breath here. Take a few breaths. Reconnect with your breath. Notice you still have control on your breath. Notice you still have that focus on your breath. If you lost either of those things while we were flowing, this is your chance to get it back. Slow your breaths again. Lengthen your breaths again. Deepen your breaths again. Let's take 3 more breaths here. All right, now we're going to go into our core work from here, right? I want you all to come into plank. It can be a modified plank down on your knees, or it can be a full plank on your toes. You choose, right? We're going to do a little sequence. We're going to do it somewhere between 3 and 5 times through, depending on how we all do, right? But I'm going to do the first one from my knees so you can see it. The second time through, I'll do it on my toes, and then you can decide, right? Now, you're going to be in plank. You're either here. I'm on my knees right now. Actually, I'm going to go sideways so you can see a little better. All right, so I'm in a modified plank. What does that mean? It means my shoulders are over my wrists, right? My back is flat. I don't want my hips up, so it's not here, right? I'm dropping those hips one straight line from my shoulder to my knees. Now, you're going to take your right knee, whether you're on your toes or on your knees, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Then send it back. Take your left knee to your left elbow. Send it back. Now, take your right knee, open it up like a fire hydrant to the right. Drop it down. Open up your left knee, like a fire hydrant to the left. Drop it down. All right? That's on your knees. Now I'm going to do it on my toes this next time, right? You could have been doing it either way, either time, right? Right knee to right elbow. Send it back. Left knee to left elbow. Send it back. Fire hydrant with the right knee. Send it back. Fire hydrant with the left knee. Send it back. Okay? Right knee to right elbow. Send it back. Left knee to left elbow. Send it back. Fire hydrant with the right knee. Fire hydrant with the left knee. Let's do it one more time, all right? Right knee to right elbow. Send it back. Left knee to left elbow. Send it back. Fire hydrant with the right knee. Fire hydrant with the left knee. Come back to plank. Now drop to your knees. Shift to child's pose. Ah. All right, we're going to do one more thing for our core work from plank. All right, so when you're feeling good again, we're going to plank. I'm going to come up this time so I can watch all you guys. I can see. I don't know if you guys have been a child's pose the whole time, I wouldn't know. All right. So again, you can do this part from your knees or from your toes, right? So we're going to come into plank. Now this time, it's like a little tick-tock, right? So you're taking your right leg and just kick it out to the right. Bring it back in, kick take your left foot to the left. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Now you can do this from your knees. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Do this for 30 seconds. I think you can do it for like 10. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now drop your knees. Shift back to child's pose. I watched him this time they were doing it. Now from your child's pose, let's all reach our hands up to the top of the mat. And then just walk your hands over to the right. And push your left hip back toward your left heel. Let your head drop between your shoulder blades. So you feel that stretch go through the left side body. And then walk your hands back to center here. Now you're going to walk them over to the left. It's the same thing here. Walking your hands outside the left knee, pushing that right hip back towards your right heel. Even if it's not touching, even if it's never going to touch, and just push it back that way. Let your head drop between your shoulder blades. Feel the stretch in your right side body. Walk it all the way back, center here. Just take a couple more breaths in your child's pose. If it feels okay to you, take your hands, scoop them back behind you, reach your fingertips towards your heels. Come to that passive child's pose. And then we're going to bring ourselves up to tabletop. This time, as you're up in tabletop, right? You're going to take your hips, let them fall to one side or the other. Swing your legs around in front of you. All right, so we're going to come to this hook line position. It means the feet are on the ground, knees are up to the sky. Take your feet a little bit wider, right? So your pinky toes are lined up with the edges of your mat. Take your hands, bring them back behind you. Now, it doesn't matter here. You can have your fingertips turned to the sides, turned towards your body, or turned all the way away from your body. We're just going to windshield wipe. So you're going to drop your knees over to the right, pull them back up, drop them to the left. Just go back and forth here, back and forth. And eventually, next time your knees are to the left, you're going to pull them up to the center, just leave them right there. Now we're going to come into deer position with our legs, right? So you're going to take that right leg, lean to the right, bring your right foot over to the left front corner of your mat. Keep leaning to the right so you can get that right knee to come down to the ground. And then take your left knee, bring it around so that your left knee is at the sole of your right foot, right? This is our deer position. Now, we're going to come first into a full deer. So you want your hands to come in front of you, in between your right knee and your right ankle, right? And then you're just walking it out. And maybe you can drop down to your elbows. And you stay up on your palms. Some of you can probably drop all the way down to your chest or your head. If you can go for it, go for it. If you have a block or a blanket, you want to put it under your hands or under your head, you can do that. You should feel this in your right hip. The further forward you walk, the more you're going to feel it. All you could do was bring your hands just an inch or two in front of your shins. You're doing just fine. Whatever your body allows for. Let's take 4 more breaths here. Ready? Come back up. Right? You guys stay where you are. I'm just going to shift around here, face in different directions so that everybody can see me. All All right, I'm still in this right side shin box with my right knee in front, left knee against the sole of the right foot. And what you're gonna do here, right, you're gonna bring your hands back behind you. You're gonna lean back, pull your shoulder blades together, push your chest up towards the ceiling, take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Now maybe for some of you, right, you can drop down, maybe you can lay all the way on your back, I can't do that. Right, but maybe you can come down to your forearms, so like this, and you're just resting on your forearms, pushing everything up towards the ceiling, lifting up. If you stay on your palms, that's fine, right? You get down to your forearms, go for it. You don't want your knees lifting too much up off the ground. If maybe one's coming up an inch or so, that's okay, right? They shouldn't be way up in the air though. It's like hero pose, right? If you can keep your knees on the ground, then you're gonna stay up on your palms. Let's see, 3 more breaths here. Slowly make your way back up. All right, as we come back up, now we're going to switch. We're going to do the other side, right? So you're going to lean to the right, so you can bring that left leg around in front of you. Right. Bring the right leg up, and then slide that left foot over so that your left toes are pointed towards the right front edge of your mat. Lean way over to the left, so your left hip's on the ground, and then bring that right knee around so that your right knee is on the inside sole of your left foot. Right, and we're just coming into deer at first. So you bring your hands in front of you, in between your left ankle and your left knee. Okay, so bring your hands there, and you're just walking forward as much as you can. Maybe down to your elbows, maybe down to your chest and head if you can get that far. Right, maybe you're still up on your palms. This we want to feel in the left hip, right? Holding straight ahead. More breaths. And slowly back up to your palms, wherever you are, right? Now we're going to keep our legs right where they are in the shin box, and we're going to take that back bend. So you take your hands back behind you. You're leaning back, pulling your shoulder blades together, pushing your chest up. And then maybe this is it, right? Maybe you're right here on your palms. Maybe you can go lower, down to your forearms, or down to your back. Knees can lift a little bit, like I said, if your knees are coming way up and you have to look like this to get all the way as far down as you're going, don't go that far down. Right? You can always stay on your palms. You can always bring your hands in closer. Let's take 4 more breaths here. You're just going to slowly make your way back up. All right, so we're going to come all the way back up. And as we come back up, now what I want you to do, right, you're going to unwind your legs, right? So lean to the left, bring those legs up, and then you're just going to kick both legs straight in front of you. And we're going to come to a basic seated forward fold. So I'm rocking back and forth so I can get those sit bones, those bony bones in the back of my glutes to press into the mat, right? Your feet are going straight ahead, they're flexed, toes up towards the ceiling. Take your hands up to the sky, and then you're just going to fold forward here. And again, you're keeping your back flat. Don't round out. You're not trying to get your head to come to your legs. You're just trying to bring your chest as far forward as you can. Right? If your hands don't land on your feet, it's okay. Maybe they're on your ankles, your shins, your knees. Maybe you have your knees bent, right? Just like standing forward fold. Sometimes we need to bend our knees to get the belly to the thighs. That's better for you than letting your back scream at you as you try to push your body into a position it's not ready for. feel this in your hamstrings, right? Not in your low back. Feel it in your low back. You need to lift your chest a little bit. Maybe you need to bend your knees a little bit. 3 more breaths here, wherever you are. And slowly let yourself peel all the way up. Now you're going to bend into your knees, put your feet on the ground. Take your arms out long. We're going to lay down on our back here and go into our inversions, right? So arms are long, tuck your chin to your chest, look at your belly. Now you're going to wrap right round your back. Let yourself go down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And come all the way down, your hands go to your sides, palms face down. Walk your heels a little closer to your glutes, close as you can get them. Press all 4 corners of both feet into the mat as you inhale. Lift your hips up to the sky. Right? So again, if you have a block here, maybe you want to slide a block into your hips and be in that supported bridge, that's fine. Right? If you're going to stay unsupported, you want to tuck your shoulders at least slightly so your chest puffs open. If you're unsupported, you want to make it really deep. Maybe you work one entire shoulder, the other underneath your body. Push your hips even higher, right? That's just an option. You don't have to. Stay here with your hands at your sides. Wherever you are, take 3 more breaths. Let your hips go all the way back down to the mat. Right, now this time, as we inhale, we're going to kick our legs straight up to the sky. Flex your feet like you're going to step on the ceiling. So now you're here in waterfall. Now if you have a block under your hips, it just makes it slightly more intense, right? Because you've elevated your hips slightly. You can keep your hips on the ground though. You don't have to have a block unless you want one. Maybe you want to make it really more intense and come to full shoulder stand. That's when you lift your hips up off the mat on your own. Put your hands in the small of your back. So you're supporting yourself on your shoulders and your forearms. So you can be in shoulder stand, you can be in supported waterfall, okay? Or you can just be in regular waterfall. Let your body decide. Let it tell you where to go. If you're in waterfall like I am right now, flex your feet fully, soles of the feet towards the ceiling. If you're in shoulder stand, you can half flex, half point your feet. Like you're about to put on a pair of high heels. Getting the feet above the head and the heart, sending the blood from the feet where it pools all day, back to the head and the heart where we need it more. Now, when you're ready to come out of this, we're all going to come out of it the same way. Bend your knees, let them scrape along your face and body. Slowly drop your feet back down to the mat. All right, now we're going to come to our happy baby again. So those feet are going up. You're separating your feet slightly or a lot. You're bending your knees slightly or a lot. Reaching up to that same foot with the same hand. You don't have to grab your foot. You can grab your ankle or your shin or knee. Just make that connection somewhere. All right, this time we're not focusing on getting those legs straight. I just want you to roll forward though. Make sure that sacrum, the low part of your back, is really pressing into the mat. Then you can rock from side to side, giving yourself a little spinal massage. It should feel good. Doing the rock, if it doesn't, don't do it. You can change your leg position, right? Maybe you want to straighten your legs, or one leg, or both legs. It's all good. Happy baby should be the happy part of your practice. So if you want to change your leg position now, go for it. Find somewhere where it just feels really great to you. Hang out there for another couple breaths. From here, we're going to take our knees and them all the way into the chest. And then we're going to take one final twist. You're going to let your arms go out long, like wings, in a T position. As you exhale here, drop your knees to the right. Take your chin and your gaze to the left. So you're keeping your left shoulder anchored. That's what's giving you the twist. If you want to make this more, you take your right hand, press those knees closer to the earth. Or you can extend your legs so your toes go towards your right fingertips. Or you can just stay where you are. You decide. On your next inhale here, you're going to pull your knees back to center. Now this time, as you exhale, drop your knees to the left. Take your chin and your gaze to the right. This time, keep that right shoulder anchored, but maybe take your left hand, press down on the knees, or extend your legs towards your left fingertips, whatever feels good. We always finish off with this twist because it seals up our practice. Lets our bodies remember what we did today. So next time we come practice yoga, everything seems a little easier to us. We can go everywhere a little deeper. All right, as you inhale next here, hold your knees back to center. Everybody's going to give their knees one final hug into their chest. And we're going to set up here for our final pose, our Shavasana. Okay, so let your legs extend long. Take your hands to your sides. That's your traditional Shavasana, flat on your back. You don't have to stay flat on your back if it's not comfortable to you. Bend your knees if that feels good. Butterfly your legs if that feels good. Roll to your belly, roll to your sides, sit up. Just be somewhere where you're perfectly comfortable, where you're going to be able to stay perfectly still. And most importantly, where your mind is going to be able to go perfectly quiet. All right. For those of you that are here in the studio, I'm going to come around with the sandalwood citrus spray. Sandalwood, you relax, citrus, keep you energized. So you fall asleep. It's the day to go through. If you're at home, you have a towel, put it over your eyes. If not, just close your eyes. Wherever you are, whatever position you're in. Start to release your breath now. Don't try to control it anymore. Let it begin to guide you. As you release control of the breath, keep your full focus on your breath. Keep noticing it, keep observing it. Allow yourself to follow it. When you can master all that, the breath will take you right to a place where there's nothing left in your mind but you and your breath. That's your true quiet of mind. Slowly start to come back into the room. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Feel that increased sensation that comes with the quiet mind. You want to here, you take your arms, reach them overhead, do a nice full, deep body stretch. And from there, just roll over onto your right side in a fetal position. Take a couple breaths right there, just reacclimate to our space. We're the sights and the sounds in the room come back to you. Take as long as you need right here. And when you're ready, push yourself up to seated and move closer. So we're going to close just with 2 Mari breaths and then an Om. The Mari breath, we inhale, as we exhale, make a little humming sound in the back of the throat. Om is the universal syllable, uses all parts of the throat. You can join me in these breaths, or you can just listen. Let's close our eyes here. We'll inhale together. Inhaling again. And we'll inhale one final time and Let your eyes drift open. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you, all of you, for sharing your energy, your practice with me this morning. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. All right, so I will see you all tomorrow for some gentle yoga. Come join me for that at 10 a.m. same time. Right? Otherwise, I'll be back on Wednesday night with some yin. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.